Alright, here we go. So, welcome back to the Shark Tank. It's been a little bit. I've been a little bit on the busy side. So, this is Shark Tank like 11, I think. Yeah, so 11. Anyway, I'm running my Johktari, which is actually a very different version than the one we ran last time, against Jeffman today, who's running the Anvil Throne Warlord. So, I say it's very different than the last one, but it's actually sort of half similar. But we're going to run with the layer Hawkeye opening as well, and try to get in his face as fast as we can and throw as much dice onto the field as possible. Alright, so let's go ahead and start cycling through this stuff. So the point of the book is to get the layer down, and then to summon one of the level 2 creatures out here basically per turn for a while, to get as many, or get basically board control and creature advantage as fast as possible, and then press that advantage while we have it. So, now that you know the general strategy, we're going to go ahead and go right into it. Why don't we put a Hawkeye here, and I'm going to wait to cast the layer, just in case he decides to do something weird. I can choose where the layer is going to be. Alright, so the Warlord casts Gear Up. Probably in anticipation of getting swarmed with things. It's an interesting first turn cast because he has a lot of mana, so he can basically get any pieces of armor that he wants out there. And it looks like he's not going to put any armor on, actually. It's all just the stuff like battle orders, or stuff to make him so he can benefit from his own battle orders. So that'd be fun. I assume he's going to give himself fast. Yep. That's fine. And a ballista. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and just do the layer? Right there. The ballista doesn't really scare me right now. I'm not sure that it does a whole lot in the long term of the game, because this thing has, let's see, yeah, 13 hit points, 3 armor. It's probably going to take a couple hits to get knocked over, and by that point I'll be able to get a couple of creatures out, as well as a boomerang, and start throwing said boomerang. So by the time the ballista pays off, I think I'll have a pretty good advantage. But we'll see. We'll cycle back here in a second. Alright, so this turn we're going to go ahead and do the normal opening. I could throw him through a wall of thorns here, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with the normal opening for now because it's kind of cheesy. If this were a tournament game, I'd consider doing it, but it's not, so we're going to practice and see what happens otherwise. So the Timberwolf is coming off the layer. We're going to do Kajara and Hawkeye and throw it at the Dwarf, the Warlord. There we go. He's a Warlord. So yeah, we're going to stick to the normal plan, but be aware that a plan I was seriously heavily considering was Wall of Thorns and Force Push. That way there, the Wall of Thorns would block the ballista and throw an unarmored mage through the Wall of Thorns. It was tempting, but I think it's probably best that we don't do that, because it's a lot of short-term gain for not a lot of long-term gain. And I just want to see how this plays out, so we'll go from there. Let's go ahead and be a little bit, put these up here. Alright, so he's not going to quick cast, and I will not either. And it's his turn for the action phase. And we'll see what he does. I assume that the layer is going to take a hit here, but he could also go ahead and just go straight for the Timberwolf. Yep, going for the layer. Expecting between 4 and 7 damage from this thing. Roughly. So, it'll depend on... I did load the right version of this book, right? I hope so. Oh, wow. 2 damage. That was unfortunate. A lot of blanks. 4 blanks rolled over here. That's unfortunate. It's a terrible roll. But like I said, it's probably going to be the highest likelihood of 4 to 6 damage on that, and that still leaves it plenty of room. Excuse me. I don't know why my phone is going off. Anyway, plenty of room to survive a 3 dice hit or a 5 dice hit. Still a rock. So statistically, I should get another animal off of it, even if I'm going to add 2 to that, because he has piercing 2 from his little range attack thing, or his battle order there. He's going really heavy for the layer. I think piercing 2 applies for the whole turn. Let me check. Yep. No. I'm wrong. Oops. So piercing only applies to range attacks. Anyway, so let's continue on with our normal plan. We're going to cast Kajara. I love this boomerang. We're going to flip over the Hawkeye. We're going to go ahead and run over to here so we don't get shot with the giant bolt later on. And we're going to throw a boomerang at the defenseless dwarf. Because I'm an idiot. Or because I'm an asshole like that. Let's do this. So, with him focusing so heavily on the lair, that tells me that I'm probably going to need to get a relatively large creature out next, so a level 2 out again, and I'm thinking the Tegu. And then I'll probably rouse it, so that way the mage is going to take 4, plus another 3, plus another 5 dice from Kajara, and that's a lot of dice in one turn, especially if you're on armor still. So, that's the plan for the next turn, and we'll see how this goes. Alright, so this turn we're going to go ahead and deploy the Tegu like we talked about. We're going to bring a Rouse the Beast with the intent to cast said Rouse the Beast, but we're going to do that after we attack with the Timberwolf. And we bring Akiro's Favor as our other, in case everything else fails, kind of plan. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do deployment of the Tegu, get as much out of that layer as we can while it's still up, and press the advantage if we can. I'm not going to go ahead and quick cast yet. And let's see what he does. He's got 14 mana and 3 damage on him. I'm expecting some armor to come down here sometime soon. And there's at least the first piece. It's only 1. But that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and attack with the Timberwolf. Bite for 4 dice. 3 damage. Alright. Basically the same roll we got last time with the Kajara. The good thing about attacking with Timberwolf first is it gives our Kajara the extra die because a friendly animal creature attacked and damaged the target this round. And pretty much no matter where he goes, I'll get to throw a boomerang at him. And next what we're going to do is quick cast Rouse the Beast on Tegu and then attack with Tegu. Although, since he's not moving, it doesn't make that much difference. But this way here, no matter where he moved, he could be hindered. Or, it hindered the mage, so he can't get too far away. Looks like he's going to attack. Wow. Okay, he's going after the Timberwolf this time. Going to hit 4 damage. Sorry, I looked at this and thought it was a lot higher damage. 4 is not bad. And so he's going to get armor +1 from his little battle order thing. That's okay. I'm still going to rouse the beast. And attack with that roused beast. And let's hope for the rot. I know the dwarf is tough, so it's tough to get, but we're still going to hope. And we got lucky with the rot. Alright. No damage, but the rot got through. So, next we're going to do our boomerang. Toss at the dwarf. 5 more dice. And we'll get 4 damage through. That's not bad. Not bad. Alright, so we're looking pretty good in the positioning battle here. I think what we're going to do is do the same thing next turn as a level 2 creature and rouse the beast again. And that'll put us significantly farther ahead in both action advantage and... actually, it's really action advantage and dice advantage is the other thing I was thinking. But we're going to need to replace this Timberwolf because he's probably going to get shot with a bolt from the ballista. So, just things to keep in mind for next turn. Alright, so this turn we're going to bring out another Timberwolf. We're going to bring Arouse the Beast along with us, and we're also going to bring Brace Yourself, just in case we decide to change it up a little bit and try to make that Timberwolf live. I'm not sure it's worth it. I'm probably just going to do the Rouse the Beast trick, but I wanted to bring something else just in case. You know, you like to have an effective second card just to make sure that you're not left there with nothing you can do. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and let him do the first quick cast. He's got 21 mana at this point. I mean, he's got plenty of mana to do what he wants. He's just falling significantly further behind in action and dice on the field at the moment. So this turn, with the Ballista, he's going to get a chance to do quite a bit more damage than usual. So he's going to go ahead and run away with Fast. Interesting. And cast Harshforged Plate. That's fine. Well, fine for our perspective, at least. I don't mind that. So he's going to go ahead and shoot the lair again. I'm going to go ahead and just hit the Ballista with everything I have now. Ouch. Man, that Ballista, that operator needs fired. Alright, so that tells me I can go ahead and start attacking the Ballista and see how this goes. Alright. Let's go ahead and rouse the beast on that guy and get his dice onto the Ballista as well. See, one of the things I think the Johktari Beastmaster does really well is get both creature and action advantage. And in this case, it leads to more dice advantage because at this point I'm throwing a ton of dice to basically anything he wants to drop out. And the good news is we're going to go ahead and get our ranged bonus for Kajara. And I'm going to move here and finish off, hopefully finish off, 90% chance almost to finish off the Ballista here. Crazier things have happened, and yep, we're going to knock down the Ballista. So that's everything down. And now we're sitting pretty on a battlefield. Admittedly, there were some pretty poor rolls from the Ballista, but now we have a lair, 3 animal creatures, and complete control over the entire board right now, because I can teleport him wherever the heck I want to put him, assuming he doesn't put on the boots, but I think we can plan for that. Either way, this is looking pretty good for us because of just the sheer fact that the board position game is something Johktari rarely loses, or at least is really strongly suited to winning. Alright, so this turn we're going to go ahead and pull out a Thunderrift Falcon. This way here, they're fast, so if he tries to run away and be fast again, we can just have him chase him down. I'm going to bring Akira's Favor with the intent to put it on my mage, and I'm going to bring Badger Frenzy in case I don't get to throw a boomerang. So the Badger Frenzy is going to be for the Tegu. Well, it's for basically any of my level 2 creatures, actually. I haven't really thought about it, because Tegu, I normally do on the Tegu for the chance at a double rot. But seeing as rot is a 9-up, nope, sorry, 10-up against the dwarf, I don't know that that helps me very much. I don't know that it's worth taking 2 chances like that, where I could just do extra dice with the Timberwolf or something. So we're gonna kind of wing it. I'm gonna run here and see what he does. Probably gonna get a bunch of passing going on here. Yep, we got a pass there. We got Timberwolf there. Oh, in case we missed it, he quick cast a Veteran's Belt. And we're going to go ahead and run the Timberwolf up here. And now he either has to stay where he is and cast a Panzer Guard. Very nice. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and quick cast Kira's Favor on myself. I'm storing that for later, really. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can get any crits at him by running over here and throwing a boomerang at him. He's got 3 armor on. Something he's not doing is remembering to use his runes at the moment. Just something to keep in mind for later. That rune of protection right there would have basically, I mean, yeah, it's 1 damage, but that 3 armor on the Harshforged Plate also needing, it would make it 12 mana to dissolve. It's pretty awesome. So just something to keep in mind for later. And I think next turn we're going to keep doing the same thing, although I'll have to plan that in a second. We'll see. Alright, so this turn we've got another Falcon on the lair, and I'm going to bring a teleport and a force push. I expect him to try to run behind his Dwarf Panzer Guard here, and we're going to try to make sure he doesn't get to stay behind it, and we're going to hit him with as much as we can. So, kind of going to play it by ear and see how that goes. But that's the idea, is to get him hit by as many of these as possible, and then maybe next turn try to do something like Acid Ball over and over again, or just straight dissolve the Harshforged Plate. Maybe, though I did not take into account the fact that Harshforged Plate costs extra, so these might be more expensive than I thought, but that's okay. It may just end up being we killed the Dwarf Panzer Guard. Alright. So, let's try to force push that mage there. And let's go ahead and attempt to hit him with a Tegu. Just on the 25% chance that we get another rod on him. Nope, but we do get 2 damage through. Every little bit adds up at this point. Oh, he's got a vet belt on. We get nothing through. Oops. I guess I have to start messing around with that armor. Alright then. So if he runs back here, that's fine. I'm not going to get to do the teleport thing. I'm not sure that I really want to anyway. So, I don't know. Let's see how this goes. I just want to see if we can get some hits. We need to get either more than 3 damage or more than 3 crits, or 3 or more crits for anything to stick. So like that will get us 1 net damage. It's something to start with. Alright, he's going to keep passing. I'm going to keep hitting him with animals. And one of these days I'll have to deal with that armor. Ooh, ouch. Alright, all blanks on that one. It makes up a little bit for that crappy ballista roll he had. A little bit, not completely. He's still, unfortunately, been rolling pretty low. Let's see what we can do. Come on, do something. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Alright. 3 damage there. That's not bad. He's up to 18 out of 34. And he's going to cast another one. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and throw a ranged onto myself. And come smack him with a boomerang. And it looks like I'll get a damage through. Every little bit counts at this point. I think next turn what we're going to do is not deploy and then just nuke the Harshforged Plate. Oh, perfect. He removed the rot, but it means he won't get to remove the acid ball that I could throw instead now. Because the reason I was going to choose dissolve on the Harshforged Plate over the corrodes was because of galvanized. But in this case, he's already galvanized, so he can't do it again. Yeah, I may still dissolve, I'm not sure yet, but an acid ball to the face right here could actually end up being better, because if I roll, let's see, against a dwarf, it'd need to be 50% chance of 2 corrode. That's not half bad, and otherwise it's probably 1 corrode with a chance at Akira's favor. I think it's a good play there. We're going to go ahead and, I think, go the acid ball route. Alright, this turn we've prepared a Thunderrift Falcon on the lair. We have a Tanglevine and an Acid Ball. We're probably going to do the Acid Ball on the Tanglevine, which means we won't end up deploying, but I didn't want to give it away by not having something on the lair. So no deploy here, and I think I'm going to lead with the Acid Ball before anything else can happen, so that way there he can't put a defender in the way. And we're going to throw the Acid Ball, and we'll see what comes of this. I'm going to go ahead and Akira's favor the effect. And get the same. Alright. That's alright. So, yep, that didn't go as well as we'd liked it to, but that's alright. We have enough ways to get rid of the defenses of the dwarfs here. I assume there's going to be a defend me showing up, and so we're going to run in with the falcon first and attack. Partially due to that. Let's dig in. No, even better, I guess. Well, technically you can't reveal formations until that creature activates. So for those who don't know, if you haven't had a chance to go check out the Warlord specific rules, Academy Warlord rules on the website, you can read all about formations. You can't reveal them until that creature activates, and so sometimes it can be a little confusing. So in that case, since I know it's not, let's not metagame. We're going to go ahead and do this, because I would have thought it was possibly a defend me. Let's attack with a falcon. Roll 3 dice. And hope for more than 2 damage. Or 3 blanks. Alright. There's blanks all over this game. It's nuts. From the ballista guy all the way over to the falcons, man. That's kind of nuts. That's alright, though. Anyway, so yeah, he reveals dig in, which tells me he's going to activate his Panzer Guard, and then he also uses his free action to cast his battle order. There we go. So his battle order gives him extra armor, and now he's going to attack the Timberwolf. Gets 3 damage, and that's fine. Is he good? He's going to put himself on guard. Okay, basically, dig in gives all of the creatures vigilant, which is interesting. Interesting. Do I want to just guard with the falcon? That'd be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? I don't know. I think we want to just go ahead and get rid of as many of these things as we can. So right there I can just throw the boomerang right at his face. God, that's 6 blanks in a row. Oh well, it's kind of funny. This game has been nuts for dice rolls, and by nuts I mean terrible for dice rolls. That was better though. Alright, falcon down. All right. Two damage to the Timberwolf. He's still not dead. Hooray! I assume he's going to pay 2 more mana to go on guard. All right. So I'm going to guard with the Tegu to basically protect this Timberwolf. And then I'm actually probably going to throw the boomerang at the dwarf to see if he wants to jump in the way. And that'll give me a chance to attack with both Timberwolves here. So we'll do that. He'll get a chance to intercept if he wants to, which he will, which will get rid of the guard. Defense fails. I'm going to get some dice. Let's try to reroll the attack dice. Why not? There we go. Alright. 3. And I forget to take away the guard. I guess I gotta make sure that I update that code. So 3 damage on that thing, or on that guy. And he's already used his defense, so I think we're gonna start rolling everybody against the Panzer Guard. and see what we can do about killing him quickly. So he's going to attack the Tegu. Ooh, good roll against Tegu. So 4 damage to the Tegu, and attack back. Venomous Bite with a Rot Chance. 1 damage. It's something. Oh, wait, dang it. I keep forgetting about the vet belt. 0 damage. It's nothing. Alright, so he's going to put himself onto guard. That's getting confusing. Okay, interesting. So maybe we will just attack the mage and try to do more than 2 damage. Yeah? Maybe. Hey, 5 damage. That's a good hit. See, right now a spiky dice would help me out a lot. Or, sorry, yes, I rolled 5. 3 gets through. I should keep remembering about that, but I'll take that. That vet belt's doing some good work for him, though. Ooh, 8 dice. Nope. That's a bummer. Counter strikes were working pretty well for me. I'm not sure what changed it, though. Should just be 4 dice, right? It's weird because it was working for me earlier. Anyway, so 3 damage got through to the dwarf. 1 damage got put back onto the Timberwolf. I'm going to attack with a bite. And do 2 damage. Well, it's something still. He's down to 10 left. I'm thinking that vet belt might need to go, though. So, yeah, so that was a pretty good turn. All right, we will flip it around here shortly. All right, so this turn we're going to bring a Tanglevine, an Acid Ball, and deploy a Falcon. I think we might be playing this wrong. We're trying really hard to go for the Mage. I may just want to switch to the Panzer Guards and knock out his guards. We're going to try it and see where it goes, but we may have to switch gears and attack the creature. Excuse me, attack the creatures instead of the Mage. Yeah, we'll find out. This is one of those, like, I'm a little bit out of practice with this book, so I'm not quite sure where it needs to go at this point. And he's going to go ahead and minor heal. That's fine. He's using his mana for that instead of important things. Which I guess it's kind of important, but he's half dead. I think we may want to just switch into attacking the creatures, which is why I brought the Tanglevine. So we're going to go ahead and let him do his first turn. And he can only put 2 of these guys to regard with dig in now because he only has 5 mana left. Yeah, he's casting one of his battle orders. It's the armor one, so armor and tough, which is yet more reason to bring the Tanglevine. Alright, 1 damage will kill the wolf. Yep. And he's going to pay 2. Alright, so we add Wounded Prey to that guy, and we'll attack him with a Razor Beak. Defense succeeds, that's fine. I'd rather succeed against the Falcon than the other guys, because that's what I brought the Tanglevine for. 2 damage back, he survives. And he did forget to flip the action marker on that guy, but that's okay, we'll get back to that later. So what's effectively going to happen is that we're going to get to Tanglevine his next Panzer Guard that will guard and attack at will against the other Panzer Guard. He has a ton of armor, but that's okay. Oh, even better. We get to Tanglevine the, well, dang. The dice are starting to catch up, I guess. That's alright, though. Alright. I still think we're going to go for the Tanglevine. Oh, I don't know what he's doing right now. I might just save my mana and cast a bear next turn either way, because a bear can help Maul. Okay, so he's not guarding. So we're just going to go ahead and attack that guy with as many dice as possible, which is 5. Man. Someone makes up for the layer still being there, I guess. Alright, so he's going to do the attack and I guess the guard thing. He already paid his mana because he paid for his mage to do it, but then didn't end up doing it with his mage. So he's just going to go ahead and put him on guard, I think, or at least I'm going to tell him I think he should still have mana. He forgot that he accidentally spent it on his mage. Anyway, alright, so to continue with what we were doing, we're going to put Tanglevine there, and throw a boomerang there. And it looks like we're going to do 2 damage to him. Yeah, we're going to keep that. 2 damage is fine. Alright. That's it for the turn. So the next turn we're going to try to deal with the Panzer Guard, and then we'll deal with the other Panzer Guard. So we're going to stick with the kill the guards first. And pump out more creatures as we go. So this turn we're going to bring out our good friend Slavorg. Oh, we're going to do that here. Oh man. Alright. So I got to work on the code. Some of the code is screwing up. That's going to cost me a total of 7. And take 2 off of that. There we go. Alright. So 3 creatures in the discard pile means that he costs me -6, which is 9, -2 from here, which is 7. Slavorg's a nice a nice big guy because the piercing 2 is going to help out a lot against this particular setup here. In terms of the quick cast, we're not going to quick cast, but we did bring along a Brace Yourself and a Badger Frenzy, both of which are good plays for the turn. And since he's letting me go ahead and have the attack, I'm going to go ahead and take the attack. We're going to put the Badger Frenzy on the wolf. We're going to reveal the Badger Frenzy, and we're going to attack for a total of 9 dice. So he'll bite for 5 and then follow up with another bite for 4. Alright, no defense for the dwarf. 2 damage, yay, it's something. And then should be another attack showing up here. 2 more, alright, it's something. The dice have been ridiculous for everyone this game. And he's almost dead. Not quite dead. He's not dead yet. I would prefer him to be dead, but he's not there yet. So this Tanglevine's turning out to be really, really handy. Lack of intercept and this guy able to be able to guard things has been really helpful in the fact that I can, instead of spreading the damage around, I can focus down on one of the creatures. And the fact that we're fighting over here away from all the important stuff means that I can use this layer to build up a second wave of creatures effectively. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and mend. I don't know if it's a quick cast or... Jeez. Oh, it's 4, okay. Lots of white over here. So, that's unfortunate, all the damage we just did. I don't know, was that a... I assume that was as quick. Alright. So, he's not going to do any damage to the wolf, and that's alright by me. Is he going to spend to put him on guard? Because if he does... Yep, he does, which is fine. I'm going to bring in the other falcon that isn't damaged yet. And attempt to hit him. 4 more dice. Wow, 6 damage. Doesn't even care that he just healed him. Holy crap. The dice have been nuts. They have been super up and down nuts. I don't even know what is going on. There's no average rolls here today. Or at least not that many of them. This is insane. I don't mind for that particular one, don't get me wrong. I'm a little biased, but that's alright though. Oh, let's get rid of that first. There. Okay, now it won't screw up the dice rolls, just in case. Alright. So, I think we just need to go back to hitting the mage. Because that dwarf can't spread the damage out. Alright, 1 damage. That means I get my extra bonus. Oh, no, 0. Dang, I keep forgetting about that thing. That's alright, I'll remember one day. That's because I was going to deal with it and I never did. Alright, 3 damage through to the Timberwolf. I think we're just going to save some mana and throw that at the dwarf, and then we're going to go ahead and reroll the attack dice first of all. Dang, same roll. Alright, nothing happens. Cool. I think we're nuking the Harshforge. That's going to happen. It's only going to cost us 10. We'll have enough for that next turn. Alright, so instead of focusing on the mage, we're going to continue to press the advantage that we should have already been pressing, which is kill the creatures. At this point, my mage is perfectly safe. We can win a damage race if we need to, if he decides to start attacking me. However, we need to press the advantage that we have and hit the Dwarf Panzer Guard. So he's going to go ahead and heal his mage, which is even more reason to kill the Panzer Guard, because we can deal with the mage pretty easily once we get rid of basically his board presence here. And so I'm going to go ahead and heal my creature as well, in hopes that we get another couple attacks out of him. So 4 there. Or worst case scenario, who eats more attacks of the other teams. So we'll see how this goes. But we're going to also, we brought in lesser teleports, so that way there we can get Slavorg into the fight. Oh, he's attacking the Timberwolf. Alright, I was like, what is going on? Well, doesn't need any more attacks. Just takes a knife to the ribs. Or a halberd, excuse me, halberd to the ribs. Alright. That's fine by me. I think we're going to just attack with a Razor Beak. But this is why we need to press the advantage with creatures earlier, because if we had done the... Whoa! Whoa! Angry birds, man. Holy crap. Oh, yeah, I did the 8 dice thing. That's alright. Statistically, the bird should die either way. But as I was saying, yeah, we needed to have pressed the attack earlier. So that way, yep, bird dead. All right, so that way there we could have had basically this entire time to beat down the mage instead of trying to now reorganize, or not reorganize, but re-attack as we go. You know what I mean? We made a mistake like that on that earlier. But that's okay. It's okay. It is a mistake that I don't mind making because this isn't a tournament game. This is just a fun one. And actually, it is turning out to be a really fun game too because I like this dwarf book actually. It's really cool. Alright, so we're going to hit that guy. And hopefully do a damage. Alright, defense fails. 3 damage gets through, alright. And now, we're going to go ahead and add Wounded Prey. The birds have been really angry this game. Maybe they just don't like being killed. And let's teleport him into there. And we're going to follow up with Slavorg. 5 dice piercing 2 against a lonely little dwarf with no defense left. And he rolls 3 damage. Oh well, that makes up. The angry birds have been angry, so. That should have piercing on it. Interesting. Let me double check that. Piercing 2. Oh, he's got 4 armor. That's why. We're good. It does have piercing. So 1 more damage, I guess. That's alright. On to the next one. We need to press the advantage on the dwarf and kill it. Alright, this turn we're going to go ahead and bring out the big bad bear. We need something big on the field, so we're going to go ahead and do it. Bring out the bear. We also brought with us Seeking Dispel just in case, and a regrowth probably for Slavorg just in case. But I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with those yet, so it's kind of a, as I said a second ago, just in case kind of thing. We have a lot of options. The other option is to put Slavorg back on guard, because he can do that. Yeah. So what we're going to do, actually, I think is go ahead and do that. Attack with Slavorg. So 5 dice into that, and if he wants to defend, it's going to be an 11 plus. I'm alright with that. Oh, man. A little more damage, dude. Let's see. Should be 3 damage, should it not? I wonder if his piercing is off on the card info. Oh wait, no. Yep, forgot to dig in. Don't mind me. All right. In that case, go ahead and do that. All right. He's gonna bring out Knight of the Red Helm. Interesting. Okay, we'll just kill that guy too. Alright, now we're going to roll and hope for some crits. Oops. Against that guy. Because his dwarf can't intercept. Ooh, that was a good roll. Let's not re-roll that. Do we want to go with the angry birds and lose the bird? I don't think we want to lose the bird just yet. The good news is if the Panzer Guard decides to attack, he's going to get a fistful of Slavorg back at him. I forgot to hit done. So the guard may come in handy there, actually. Oh, he's just going to go ahead and guard. In that case, we're going to go ahead and take the shot. Because we have a roughly 1/3 chance of killing him. I didn't want to take the shot against the dwarf mage, but I did want to take the shot against, at least get some damage, more damage on the Panzer Guard. Alright, 3 dice back. We'll kill the bird, but that's okay. Let's kill the Panzer Guard. Kill the Wabbit. Alright, that's it for the turn, and next turn we're going to hopefully knock out the Panzer Guard, and then, interestingly, Knight of the Red Helm is going to be getting only 2 dice, or excuse me, 3 dice against Slavorg. That'd be fun. Alright, so he enchants Slavorg with something, which I guess we'll find out what it is later. And he wants to reveal it in channel. Alright. And we'll do that. I guess we'll stick around and not cut it until he does it. He's going to reveal a telekinetic bomb. Gotcha. Alright, this way here the Dissipate will go on its own. I'm not really sure that telekinetic bomb is a big deal here. That's alright. As long as we can get a kill on the Dwarf Panzer Guard, I think we're good. And see if we can get the Grizzly into the fight as soon as possible. Yeah, that's what we'll work on next turn. Alright. So this turn we're going to go ahead and deploy a Falcon. And we're going to try to play around this guard by throwing the boomerang at the Panzer Guard and seeing what happens. If not, we can attack with Slavorg and then go back on guard as well. But I did bring a rock just in case. I also brought a lesser teleport to get the bear into the fight as fast as we can. So, we'll see if we can make sure the bear gets into the fight while being guarded by Slavorg. That would be the ideal case here. And we're going to deploy the Falcon because we need to keep the creature advantage, otherwise we may have some issues. The birds have been angry, so he's afraid of the birds. Yeah, they have been rolling pretty nuts. It's not very common, actually. They tend to just die and not do as much fun stuff for me, but that is what it is, you know. It is kind of funny, though. Alright. We got a quick cast going down. Looks like he's enchanting the Panzer Guard. Panzer Guard's gonna attack. Three damage into Slavorg. Ouch. That's rough. So he's gonna get a counter-strike. That's weird. Anyway, so apparently the code adds blast to the attack bar of... Interesting. Alright, anyway, something I gotta fix for code. But he goes ahead and uses block on that, which is an interesting use for block there. So he's gonna go ahead and put the Panzer Guard back on the guard, for which I will now attack said guard with Saber Fangs, and then go back onto guard myself. There we go. Much better. Way better roll, too. Holy crap, it's a lot of dice. Or a lot of damage, excuse me. 6 damage gets through, because it's an angry Slavorg. So that Tangle Vine turned out to be really, really useful. Yeah, that was awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and pay 1, pay 2, put him back on guard. I didn't even use a quick cast yet. That's kind of awesome. Why should it avoided? Oh, is he just saying, no, he wishes he had? I don't know. Even on guard, it's an 8+, so you have a greater chance, a greater likelihood of not hitting the defense than you do, for what that's worth. Tangle Vine really screws with defenses, too. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and do his armor order. And attack Slavorg, who's going to get another counter-strike because, yay, guarding. He's going to take 1 hit, or 1 damage, excuse me. And he'll attack right back with Saber Fangs, which gives me a chance to put Wounded Prey onto that guy too. No, it doesn't. Not when he rolls like that. He rolled well the first hit, not the second hit. All right. So I don't know if it's a good time to move in and attack to break the guard, and then nope, because then I can't lesser teleport. So he has, let's count it here. He's got 1 armor here. Is he missing an armor? I'm not really sure why he removed an armor. He's got 1 corrode on him, and he's got like 2, maybe 3 armor. Either way, we're going to go ahead and lesser teleport the bear and have the bear come running right in and try to maul the dwarf for 5 dice, piercing 1 as well. There we go. That was 3 damage. Piercing 1 helps, and when he's only got a couple armor, the veteran's belt doesn't really block all that much. So he's going to go ahead and retaliate with, nope, the wrong number of dice. That's okay. Yep, it adds 1 of the melee counters too many times. I think it must be the melee tokens, in terms of buffs. All right, so 4 damage back to the grizzly. He's a strong grizzly. He can take it. All right, and now his dwarf gets to go ahead and attack. Probably attack again. And it looks like I'll be throwing the boomerang at the mage because of the fact that the grizzly did damage. So that's all right, though. I think we're finally going to get to the point where I can feel good about nuking the Harshforged Plate and then attacking with the bear next turn. All right, 2 more damage on the Slavorg. He's a half health, which he's been taking a lot of hits. Like, that one should probably have done more, but he's a pretty tough dude. He's also going to take the hit from the telekinetic bomb, but I think he'll be all right. Let's go ahead, that, and throw boomerang at the dwarf. And we get a reroll if we don't like it, so we can do as much damage as we can. 4 damage critical. We'll take that. That's going to get 2 damage through, which is pretty good for 5 dice against roughly 3 armor. It's about average. We'll take that. I'm going to tell him to go ahead and tell him to go ahead and do the bomb now, because the dissipate will make it go to the discard pile and it just gets weird at that point. So we can try to just automate it. All right. Wow, that was a pretty decent roll. 4 damage and a stagger. All right. Stagger's interesting. It doesn't really screw a whole lot up because he's still going to get some damage, but the damage is starting to get a little high on him, so I might end up tossing a heal on him, which is fine by me. I'm either going to heal him or I'm going to nuke the... I think I'm going to heal him, and then... I keep saying I'm going to heal him and then nuke the armor later. But I think that's where we want to roll with this. Either way, we'll decide next turn. Alright, this turn we have a snake planned on the lair, mostly just to show that something's there. We're not going to deploy. What we are going to do is dissolve... Excuse me, there we go. Dissolve the Harshforged Plate for 10 mana, because I think that's worth it. We're going to go ahead and do that now before any fun shenanigans happen too. So it's going to cost us 10 mana to get rid of that thing, and that leaves him basically armorless at this point, especially against a bear. So barring any weird... Well, he might cast Defend, but I think the bear is going to attack first and get as much damage as he can off the bat there. Though maybe not. Oh, I'm going to teleport him. He's going to pay 6 mana to use a teleport to put him over there. Alright then. I will run the bear right back in and attack after I hit him with Slavorg instead. So it'll be 2 dice. We might as well do it. There we go. Got a good roll on that one. That's 4 damage. He's still armorless, which means I'm going to get an extra die when I roll my... oops. Get an extra die when I roll my boomerang. So that way there I get 5 dice against the mage, and unless he casts armor now, which I don't think he can, unless he has to brace yourself, it's going to be looking pretty bad. So that Harsh Forge plate has been really clutch in keeping him alive. I probably waited a little too long to get rid of it, but that's something I can go back. Eventually I'm going to go back and do a series of lessons learned videos. I just haven't, you know, done it yet. I haven't really had the time lately. It's been a busy week. And down go. Oh no, wait. Oh, he's got 13. Oh jeez. He's not dead yet. Anyway, I thought he was dead. One of these days, like I was saying, I'm gonna finish thoughts, and then I will do a series of lessons learned videos and go back through. Oh man. And go through each one and basically point out lessons to be learned from each video, like take snippets of it from each game, and use that as like a, hey, for future reference, this was a mistake, I think here's why. And it's going to be for both mages, things I made and things, or mistakes the other mage made. But I just haven't, yeah, one of these days I'll get to it, I swear. Is really where I'm going with that rambling sentence, I'm sorry. Speaking while playing apparently is difficult for me. Slide forward for it, and it goes down. We're just going to go ahead and run the bear back in, so that way they are hindered. And I'm going to go ahead, throw the boomerang. Yeah. I'm going to re-roll that dice. There we go, much better. That's a 7 damage boomerang, which 6 will get through. Akiro's favor is coming in handy. Alright. Oops, I keep grabbing the mage. So unless he has armor, I'm feeling pretty good about the end of the next turn. Either way, I can bring a dissolve to nuke the armor and then hit him with something. So we can see. This is a well played game either way. Alright, if all goes according to plan, we will throw a boulder and end it. But rarely do plans survive contact with the enemy, so we're bringing dissolve just in case. I'm not going to go ahead and I'm not going to deploy this turn, even though the asp is still on there from last turn. We'll see what he does with the quick cast. If he does nothing, I'm just going to throw the boulder. Reflex boots, interesting. Okay, so I'm going to wait and just dissolve those right before I attack him. Because dissolving them right now will just mean pretty much nothing. But let's see what he does. He's going to come after the mage. Okay. Tanglevine. Oh, interesting. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and dissolve those. And then we're going to attack with the bird. Go with the Angry Birds theme here. Don't kill him with the bear, kill him with the bird. And we did it. Angry Birds again. Alright. So, the reflex boots made it 50-50 shot the boulder would miss. I think it was a smarter play to play the dissolve. Yeah, overall everything worked. When we got away from our control a creature game, we started falling behind, which is something I need to make sure I focus on better. Yeah, we would totally have rocked the park had we stuck with the original strategy of the book instead of trying to focus the mage for that long. The bright side of focusing the mage for that long is it did give us, when he did start healing instead, give us a little bit of time to focus those creatures down. So it wasn't all bad, but I think we need to do a better job. I need to do a better job, I think, of focusing on getting the creatures out of the way, because if I could have had another level 2 or another, even 2 of them out here, this would be a lot more dice on the field. Either way, that is really about all I have to say about this game for now. I'll go back and reanalyze it later. This has been Sharkbait with Arcane Duels, and when in doubt, kill it with fire.